With a winter chill gripping much of the nation, no such worries today here in the Sunshine State at Everbank Stadium in Jacksonville. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. The byes are over. It's now a 4-week sprint to the finish, and we are underway here in Week 15. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Now a late signee let go by Minnesota in June. It's Dalvin Cook. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Now this defense for the Ravens, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. But you look at this defense. They come into this one way down at number 23 against the run of the NFL.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people. Put them on the ground.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Jump out!
Rodgers now on first down. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. The Jaguars had 6 and 7, a game under 500 on the year. And they come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a close.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Jaguars. Travis Etienne, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll... on the touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Jackson going to shift him around. Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. You look at this Jaguar defense. Into this game, they're ranked number 22 in the NFL against the pass, Charles.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
2nd down at 6 now from the 42. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Now an option play on 2nd down. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Boy, the pursuit there, terrific from the linebacking core.
Oh, it certainly was, because so many times on an option play, you'll see a linebacker make a beeline for the quarterback and then zip, one cut, and he's grasping it air. But this time, he locked in on him the whole way, took an excellent angle, and his grasp came up with the quarterback.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it down the left sideline. So this is something we didn't see it all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on 4th down, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, third down situation, big third down alert, lock in here, fourth down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Throwing is Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Jackson going to change things up a bit. They'll try and run for the first with Dillon.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
It's a gain of 6.
No, we changed it.
And the Raven first down.
Hey.
Now it's Jackson. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They give to Dillon out of the gun.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. They run again with Dillon. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Ball on the 27. Here's a 2nd down and 4.
13.
Dillon now off the option.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone.
Dillon now on 1st and 10.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Can we just take that run and turn it into a kind of a clip and save? Because that tells you everything you need to know about this drive. They've been moving the ball awfully well.
2nd down and 6 now.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They'll give him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Jackson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
Brought to the ground by the linebacker, Foye and Luakan.
Tucker's kick is good. And they are on the board, but but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired, CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Get 300. Yeah, this. 630.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
2nd and 9. Handoff running left is Etienne.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 87 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down.
From the gun, Bigsby.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. The Georgia man, Roquan Smith, came in and got him.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Throwing is Rodgers. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
A give to Etienne running right.
4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
A Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
This will be taken at the 10.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Jackson.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. From the gun, it's Jackson. He'll find Bateman once more. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. Up the middle, it's Cook.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
Rodgers now to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The kick by McManus is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. We haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose, but you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Come on.
Now it's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it's 2nd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Here's Jackson to throw.
Now swing pass for Dillon.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play.
Hey, Alpha, what?
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. It's Dillon again. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. No hesitation, goes right back to Likely. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Now Lamar changing the look.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Trayvon Walker in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Chalk that one up to bad acting, I guess, because they certainly failed to sell the handoff, and the pressure stayed keyed in on the quarterback. No Oscar awards for this offense, just a loss of yardage.
Hey, report! Report! Hey! It's hot!
Jackson.
He'll get this to Flowers, left side.
Only able to gain a couple there. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Trayvon Walker able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
For a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. Now Cook running right. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
On second down, a run with Etienne.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Now Rodgers.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Hey, we are going.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11.
At the Ravens' 14-yard line.
To throw is Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Jones.
And the Jaguars are going to have a first and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 4-yard line. Cook will get it into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And trouble there on the kickoff as that goes out of bounds.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. A quick throw complete out to Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Running up the middle, here's Dillon. And he's out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
73 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
One of the good things offenses did years ago was they lettered their gaps the same on each side. A gap between guard and center on either side. That's what you want to control when you're trying to run the ball up the middle.
And why is that?
Because typically you either have a big nose guard in there in an odd front, 3-man front, or you have defensive tackles that might line up in the A-gaps trying to gain an advantage and get upfield themselves. If you can control that, it gives the back plenty of space to pick and choose where to go.
And there, a great inside run, broke the contact and got some space.
Hey, report! Report! You.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Throwing out left and finding Likely. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And this brings up a 3rd and goal.
I'm gonna go.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the fourth. This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on 3rd and goal. Here's Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on 3rd down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
Tucker's kick is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Seems pretty obvious defensively. A key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
2nd and 10.
Jackson now. He'll check it down, complete to Dillon. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a fourth down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
No.
Jackson will throw again.
Dump this down to Dillon. That's complete.
And he is going to lose yardage here. And quickly they get to the line.
On second down, Dillon.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
On third down, Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Oh, they're changing this at the line.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
You know, as a defensive guy, I don't normally do this, Brandon, but a tip of the cap to the offensive coordinator. Design quarterback run at this stage of the 4th quarter when I expected him to throw the ball, and he got a first down.
Yeah, trailing this stage of the 4th quarter. Picked up the first, stopped the clock too.
Yeah, sometimes there's some guts in play call.
And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown!
Rashad Bateman.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Ravens have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. So part 1 of what they needed is done. They get in the end zone. Now you have to imagine we'll see a try for 2.
And that's what the book says, but defensively, they can't hang their head right here. They've still got a chance to come out with the lead if they make a play.
They're going to try and run for it. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
If you've been waiting all day for Sunday night, it's been worth the wait. All tied here in the 4th as the kick is away. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On second down, ETN once more.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left, and then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning.
If you've been waiting all day for this Sunday nighter's been worth the wait. It's third down here.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Rodgers wants to change the look.
Here's Rodgers to throw on third down. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Who wants it more? This is 4th and a yard. Going for it. Here's ETN.
And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily.
On first down, right back to ETN.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely, this defense, they're saying go right ahead with those.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd down.
Jump out. Back north.
Now Rodgers.
Into the hands of Ingram.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Cook up the gut. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
2nd down, 8 yards to go.
Gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
To throw is Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Could this be the drive that ultimately wins the game? How about the initiative he just took there? Running with it after he couldn't find a throwing lane, and he drove them into range for a game-winning field goal with that play. What an opportunity they've been presented to come through with the win.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Now they'll change things around before the snap.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game.
3rd and 3.
They'll come to the line. This is 3rd and 3.
Back to throw, Rodgers. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's in for the touchdown. And in the final seconds, forget overtime. They just likely won this thing in regulation.
And that score, in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears, they get it done. How about that score?
The finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
McManus's point after is good, and they will take a 7-point lead.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Throwing, Jackson.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. One final shot now. I'm not even sure he can get it to the end zone, though, from this distance.
That's going to take as much arm as he has, and you actually have to plan for the contingency. Maybe you're playing a tip. Try and get someone down who can tip it up and keep it for your own team and try and get to the end zone that way.
Jackson's throw is on target to Likely.
Now they do indeed get the timeout, so all is not lost. They'll have a chance for one final heave to the end zone.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
He's going to let it fly. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, they got the tip they were looking for, but couldn't secure it. And this one's over.
A fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity.